Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today we're taking a look at the 2026 LEGO Speed Champions set, Lightning McQueen from Cars, celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Cars film. Now, LEGO sent me this set early to review, but of course, all thoughts are my own, and conceptually, this set is an absolute dream come true. I love the idea of using Speed Champions to revisit iconic movie cars, and in my life, there's not many iconic movie cars that hit that mark more than Lightning McQueen. I grew up with this movie. I have loved it since I saw it in theaters as a kid in 2006, and to get it now, all these years later for the 20th anniversary is pretty special. Now, the first thing out of the gate is how many stickers are on this. Of course, Lightning's nickname in the movie is Stickers, so it's apt that he does have a lot of stickers here, but I was incredibly surprised at how many printed pieces there are too. For example, this Rusty's piece here with the gas cap, and on the other side, just the turned Rusty's, those are both printed, but the tail lights on the back are stickers. So that's a printed piece with stickers on it, which if you think about it, isn't all that common when it comes to LEGO. Now, we'll start on the bottom. I think that it is incredibly cool how detailed the bottom is. Of course, having the exhaust and everything, and like LEGO did not have to go to that level of detail. Speaking of which, the Lightyear is printed on the tires, and the tires and the wheels are one piece. So usually when you build a LEGO set, you have to put the wheel well in the rubber tire, but in this set, the tires are already attached to the wheels, which is quite cool. Now, on the topic of stickers, we have one on the hood, the actual headlights here are stickers, and one thing is when we zoom into his eyes, you can see that right along the bottom of the sticker there, the print quality really dropped off. It's like kind of pixelated, and in my opinion, it doesn't look anywhere near as good as it looks on the box here as it looks on the actual set here. So I did find that to actually be a little on the disappointing side, but the shaping and the contouring of this are incredible. Like if you look at it from a side profile, it literally looks exactly like McQueen, the way he shapes and curves, so that's really cool. I really like these pieces here that have the printing on them, so that's beautiful. These back wheel wells have printing on them to continue the lightning bolt, so that's great. One thing, too, is the stickers on the side where all of his, sponsors are. Some of them you can make out like Mood and RPM, but a lot of them are actually kind of, I guess, blotched out. I guess LEGO maybe just can't quite do detail at that level, but when I see like the, Mattel die-cast cars that are even smaller than this that can get that printing, it is a little disappointing that, a smaller car from another toy company can actually have more printing than this larger scale one, but also working within the confines of LEGO, I know how these things work, and I kind of understand why that had to be the case here. That being said, if you look, you could actually kind of look under the hood, literally, because it clips into place. Of course, that's not ideal, but just kind of to show you what the build experience is like. That's cool. I really like that the mouth is built in. They got that smile really well. And then, of course, in the back here, there's a little bit of movement. It's not intentional, of course, but just with the way it's built for the spoiler to lean back. And, of course, getting those stickers on the back are incredible, too. So, to me, like I said, this is pretty much a dream set. And I did want to do one more thing, and that is kind of compare it in detail to the James Bond Aston Martin. The reason being is I feel like these are the two Speed Champions cars based off of movies that have the most stickers, and while this one is minifigure scale for a minifig to fit in it, and of course there aren't even people in McQueen's universe, I do think that it's a pretty fair comparison. If you look, they got the sizes just about the same, the proportions are just about the same, but on the Speed Champions models with minifigures, they do the 8-wide construction now so that you can fit 2 minifigures sitting inside, whereas McQueen didn't need to do that, so it doesn't really have that chassis piece, and as you're building it, it used a lot of very unique techniques that I wasn't used to seeing in LEGO Speed Champions, so this set brings a lot to the table in terms of the build experience, what it's even covering, being a bit more of a kids movie than most Speed Champions, and of course the fact that it does a nice healthy mix of stickers and printed pieces, although it does skew toward having a lot of stickers. So, that being said, I really enjoy this set. It's going to be $28 when it comes out on January 1st, 2026, and I really can't recommend it enough if you're a Cars fan. I think this is a great first LEGO set for people, although I will admit it is a little bit on the complex side, with the way that the back window is built here. In fact, I think I can take it out. Famous last words. Maybe not. Maybe it's too hard to take out. But I could lift that roof piece off just so you could see that there's a lot of really interesting build techniques used here that I think make for a robust build. And then by the time you actually just put it on the shelf, it does look really great, and I think it absolutely delivers. So let me know what you think of the Lightning McQueen Speed Champions. Once again, thank you to LEGO for sending this early for me to review. I hope that this kicks off an entire Radiator Spring crew. Like, how cool would it be to get, like, every single car from Radiator Springs? Or at least Mater and Doc Hudson. I would love that. Doc Hudson is actually my favorite Disney character of all time, and the Hudson Hornet is my favorite car of all time. So hopefully we could get those down the line, and this is the start of something really awesome and beautiful. So let me know what you think. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Ka-chow.